Here's how to earn a ton of free flights. The strategy I'm about to show you is probably the most powerful way to earn a ton of free flights in all the travel game, and might be the best travel perk you can find anywhere. My wife and I will be using this to get a ton of free flights for at least the next 2 years. This travel strategy I'm going to tell you about is called Southwest Companion Pass. Now, first off, I think this is hugely underrated because people don't think it can apply to them. But I would argue almost everyone who travels or wants to travel more, especially with points and miles, could take advantage of this. And even if you can't take advantage of this strategy right now, it's something really good to know in the long run because I know you'll probably be able to use this strategy at some point. I think that not enough people know about the Companion Pass, or at least value it enough. To be fair, there are some limitations that do need to be explained. At least on YouTube, it seems like there's not a lot of video creators talking about it. If you look at the average number of views on Companion Pass videos, it's a lot lower than what most credit card or travel hacking videos get. So I'm kind of going out on a limb making this video, hoping you'll get a ton of value from it. So please hit that like button so this video gets suggested to more people, and comment below if you find it helpful. So right off the bat, let's talk about what the Companion Pass does and what are its limitations. The Southwest Companion Pass allows you to bring a passenger with you for free on any Southwest flight an unlimited number of times. As long as there's an open seat on your flight when you book or anytime after, you can add them to the flight and you do not have to pay for their ticket. You do usually have to pay a government required $5.60 in taxes and fees, but I don't think that's going to be a big deal for most travelers. And it also gives you an opportunity to pay using a travel card like the Chase Sapphire Preferred and take advantage of all the great travel insurance protections that come with your card. So for me, Companion Pass means that my wife will fly with me for free as many times as we fly on Southwest Airlines, which will be many times the next 2 years. Since I'll be paying for all my flights in points using the credit cards I'll show you in just a minute, and it's pretty easy to find Southwest flights that don't cost a lot of points, we're both getting an incredible deal. Now, as great as this is, there are some limitations. First is the most obvious limitation, and that is that this applies to 2 people and not 1. So this is essentially a buy one, get one free pass. If you're married, you have a significant other, or you travel with other people a lot, this is already going to make a ton of sense for you. But I think that a lot of people automatically believe that Companion Pass wouldn't be useful for them because maybe they're single or they don't travel a lot. But I've got to say, I think this could be way more useful than you think, even if those things apply. If you don't travel a lot but you want to, it's not going to be very hard for you to get this pass. And once you do, it's going to make travel a lot easier because the strategy I'll show you will give you a ton of points that you can redeem for flights. So you'll be paying close to nothing out of pocket to fly. And as far as being a single or solo traveler, I think most of us have a close friend or at least a couple of family members that we would be willing to fly with, especially if you could bring them for free. For example, imagine if you could take your dad to watch an away game for his favorite team, or offer to take your friend on a day trip for their birthday. Whatever your situation is and whatever your interests are, I think there could be a ton of awesome memories and opportunities that can come from having flights for next to nothing. Plus, knowing that your companion's flight is free could open up a lot of opportunities for you to split costs with your companion. And you might be able to get them to cover some of the other expenses like hotels since you're covering flights. So my point is, I think most of us could find a ton of opportunities to travel if we knew we had a nearly free source of flights. And if you're already traveling with other people a lot, well, this is going to save you a ton of money on what you're paying already. The next important limitation to the Companion Pass is that this only lasts up to 2 years at a time. The timing of when you earn it is really important, so I'll break down how and when you should earn Companion Pass. There's 2 main ways to earn Southwest Companion Pass. The first is to fly 100 one-way flights with Southwest in 1 year, and for most of us, this isn't very feasible. The second way is to earn 135,000 qualifying points in 1 year, and there's a pretty easy way to do that. You can earn Southwest points through booking flights, using their shopping portal, and through regular spend on the Southwest credit cards. But the easiest way to earn that 135,000 points is to sign up for just 2 credit cards and earn the welcome bonus on both cards. For the first Southwest card, you have 3 options. I won't go into all the details on each card because the main thing we're interested in here is the welcome bonus. But I do recommend the Rapid Rewards Plus for most people. The welcome bonus is the same across all 3 of these personal credit cards, and it usually ranges somewhere between 40,000 points to 75,000 points. Right now, there's a 50,000 point welcome bonus for spending $1,000 on the card in the first 3 months. For the second card, you'll need to get a Southwest business card. And in case you're worried that you can't get a business card because you don't have a business, you don't need to have a business entity set up already in order to apply for a business card. Technically, you can apply for these business cards as a sole proprietor. And if you have a side hustle, do any freelance work, or even just occasionally sell things on Facebook Marketplace, you could consider this a business and apply for this card. For the business cards, you have two options. The performance business, which currently has a welcome bonus of 80,000 points after $5,000 of spend in the first 3 months and a $199 annual fee. And the business premier, which currently has a welcome bonus of 60,000 points after $3,000 of spend in the first 3 months and a $99 annual fee. Either of these cards will also get you the added benefit of reducing the amount of qualifying points you need towards Companion Pass by 10,000 points. If you get the performance business and any one of the personal credit cards, you're going to earn that 135,000 qualifying points with the welcome offers alone, and you'll have Companion Pass. Plus, those 135,000 Southwest points can be redeemed for a ton of flights. By the way, I have links to both the personal and business credit cards down below if you're interested in applying for these cards. Those are my referral links, and if you'd like to get these cards anyway, using those links to apply is a huge way to help me out. If you decide to get the business premier because of the lower annual fee, you'll have around 115,000 points after the welcome bonus, and you'll still need to earn about 10,000 qualifying points to get Companion Pass. Getting the 80,000 point welcome bonus on the performance business card is usually the easy way to go, but sometimes the personal cards do have elevated welcome offers, which might change the combination and make it easier for you to get Companion Pass with one of the personal cards. Usually elevated offers happen at the end of the year, which is a great time to prepare for getting Companion Pass. I know that these cards come with annual fees, which is a bummer. But to me, I'm happy to pay less than $300 to earn 135,000 points, which can be redeemed for flights very easily and for a really good deal. Most people would value Southwest points at 1.5 cents per point, meaning that you're getting over $2,000 in flights with these welcome bonuses. Plus, your companion will fly with you for free, essentially doubling this number. So you're going to be getting a ton of value and a lot of flights for a relatively low cost. The timing of earning these points is very important because once you earn Companion Pass, you'll have it for the rest of the current calendar year and the entire next calendar year. So if you were to earn it on January of 2023, you'll have it for the rest of 2023 and all of 2024. This also means if you were to earn it in December of 2023, you only have it for a few days left and the rest of 2024. There are a lot of sad stories of people accidentally hitting that minimum spend requirement in December. So make sure you time it right so that you can earn it for the full 2 years. And I'll show you how to do that right now. When I did this recently, I applied for the Performance Business Card at the end of October and the Rapid Reward Plus card at the end of November. You can spend money in the previous year, but just make sure you don't cross that minimum spend requirement until the year you want to earn it. I came within about $500 of the minimum spend requirement for each card, and then I waited till January to spend that last $500 so I could earn Companion Pass for the full 2 years. Now my wife and I are flying with points and for free for at least the next 2 years. But a huge way to maximize this benefit is to have your companion repeat this process after your pass expires. That'll give you 4 years of nearly free flights. Some people even take this further by canceling their cards so that they can repeat this process after their partner's Companion Pass expires and they're constantly getting free flights. One of the last limitations that I want you to be aware of is that this obviously only applies to Southwest Airlines and their routes. Looking at a map of their routes, you can see that they operate across most of North America. But that means, for example, you're not going to find flights to Europe or Asia using this strategy. I don't think that's going to be a problem for most people though, because most of us are going to fly domestic sometime in the next 2 years. And there's plenty of great destinations that Southwest can take you to. If you're already into the points and miles game, you're not going to have a hard time finding ways to use these free flights or free vacations. For me, this is going to pair very well with my free hotel strategy that got me over $12,000 in free travel last year. Southwest is a really good airline in my opinion, and although they don't really have a business or first class option, they have some of the best benefits and cancellation policies of any airline. For example, you can cancel your flight up to 10 minutes before departure for a full refund. I've heard of some people using this as a backup strategy. If they booked a flight they were worried that would get canceled, they would book a second ticket with Southwest they could use as a backup and just cancel it if they didn't need it. Another benefit is that if you book a flight with Southwest and the price drops later, you can always very easily rebook the flight at the lower price. And one of my favorite Southwest benefits is that every flight has point availability. So it's going to be very easy to use this big stash of points you've accumulated using this strategy. I know a lot of people are going to ask if the companion pass is easy to use or if it's a hassle. And thankfully, the answer is yes, it's very easy to use. If there's a seat available on your flight and you have companion pass, you can book it for your companion. You just have to pay the $5.60 in taxes and fees. I think one of the best ways to use companion pass is with a Chase credit card setup. If you can earn a bunch of Chase Ultimate Rewards points before or after getting companion pass, then you'll have a ton of free hotel options. My favorite hotel brand to do this with is Hyatt, and you can learn how to earn and redeem Hyatt points for maximum value in this video. You can also learn about my Chase credit card strategy and how I saved over $12,000 using Hyatt in this video. So guys, I really hope you found some value from this video. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this, and thanks for watching.